crafters, my name is Marie Ressler. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'd like to show you today how to make a magic wallet card. I got this idea from a video I watched, and her name was Jan Mansour Brown. I think that's how she pronounces it. She's from the UK, and I thought I would like to show it to you. So here we go. You're going to need 4 bases that are 4 7/8 by 3 3/8. You're going to need 4 of, I used extra thick white cardstock, which is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And you're going to need 4 of a designer series paper that measures 4 1/2 by 3. And I made it 3 because this is a 6 by 6 card pack, and I wanted to get 2 out of 1 sheet. If you want to use a bigger sheet to make the layers more evenly, you can make this 4 5/8 by 3 1/8. And the first thing you're going to do is glue these down. And I've already done 3 ahead of time. You're just going to glue one panel on top of the other. So let's get started on this one. And I'm just going to glue the white one to the green. The green I used is shaded spruce. And you can see that it just has like a 1/16 of an inch all the way around with this one. Now the DSP paper is, I'll show you the pack in just a second. We're going to put that one on there. And can you see that this has just got a bigger border? Now if you make it a 3 1/8 instead of the 3, it'll be a little bit bigger. Okay. And I'm using liquid glue because you can slide a little bit around. So now once you've got your 4 bases, you're going to need 4 pieces of ribbon. And this is kind of a stiff ribbon. And the DSP paper I used was from a paper pack that we have right now going on. It's called, what is this called? Classic Christmas. Right? And I'm going to use the Quite Curvy bundle. The Christmas one is available until the end of November, I think. And then it's going to be, this one's going to go into the new catalog, and I'll show you those in a little while. But this one is not going to. This is just a limited time offer for this one. And so, and this one has dies. This one here is going to get carried over to the catalog. And it has dies to go with it, along with a photopolymer stamp set. Alright, now this one we're going to use today is these. I'm going to show you a couple different ideas with those. And this, I've used quite a bit of this paper, but it's a 6 by 6, and you have 3 colors. You have crumb cake, shaded spruce, and cherry cobbler. And I've used almost all my crumb cake. And then this is the back side of them. You can get this as a bundle, both stamp sets, the DSP paper, and the dies, to the end of November. Okay, so you need 4 ribbons. The next thing you're going to do is take 2 of those panels, turn them over, and I'm going to write A on one and B on the other. Now this is a little bit intense of a card project, but you're going to love it when you see it. Okay, so, and I just kind of marked right here because I want everything to be even. And it makes it easier if I just kind of mark my grid. You're going to take 2 ribbons on the A panel. Oh, and this is very important. You're going to need 8 pieces of tear and tape. And it's a good idea to rip it off ahead of time. And I just stuck them on a block. So I'm just going to line up my card on here, put my tear and tape on here, and I'm just going to do 1 ribbon across the top. I want them to be evenly spaced. Okay, and just kind of push it down so it stays. We can cut tails later on the ribbon. And then same with this one. Oh, the ribbon is about 6 inches. And you're going to do this one. Put the lid on this for now. Turn it upside down. Okay. Then you're going to turn your A1 over like this so that your ribbons go this way. I do suggest that you save this video because it does get a little bit crazy on trying to remember how to do this. I've done this a number of times and sometimes I still have to go back and watch that video. So now you're going to take panel B. You have notes. And you're going to put it right on top of number A. Like that. And it's very important that you keep them straight when you're doing this. You want your card bases to match up as close as you can do this. What Jan did was she pulled out her Stamparatus, which is a really good tool. She used it for this purpose to just put it in the corner. And I thought that was kind of clever because it'll keep it tight. Then you're going to take the one that you have. You're going to put your B over like that. And you're going to tape this down. Try to keep your ribbons straight. Let's make sure they are. That's why I had that grid. It's almost like you need 6 hands to do this project. I think I'm going to move this one. Don't really want to take the tape off. I just want it to be straighter. And you can peel it. Steal one more. Be straight. Okay, this is the crazy thing about it. So now I'm going to move the Stamparatus out of the way. So B is up right now. And they are pretty tight on getting it even. And now you're going to open it up like this. So this one is A, this one is B. And you're going to take A and you're going to turn it upside down and pull it apart like that. So it's spaced apart. Okay? And then you're going to take the last 2 pieces of ribbon that you have. Well, let's give ourselves one more piece of tear and tape while we're at it because I took one. Okay. So now you're going to take the last 2 pieces of ribbon you have and you're going to tuck it underneath here. And one underneath here. You want your X on B. Kind of want to keep these straight. So find a line on a grid paper. Okay, tuck it under. And you want this X in here. So the trick to this card is these pieces have to be in between these ribbons right here. So when you get your X the way you want it on your card, kind of centered. Like that. And you're going to take this piece here and you're going to move it all the way over. See how the ribbons go this way? Do you see? You want them to go just like that and lay this right on top. Fingers are sticking. You can move those around a little bit. It's okay. You can adjust them. They're not in there tight. So when you're looking at the side of your card, right here, you can see that these ribbons are in between it, not on this side. You don't want them to be on that side. And the same for this side over here. You want them to be in between those 2 right there. Okay, so then you find your ribbons and just kind of get it like that. And you tape. So what I do is I kind of hold it like this, and then I can see where this ribbon is right here. And then I'm going to move this one over like that. And then this one here is going to stay in there, and it's going to go like that. So using this side, you're going to tape it, and it's going to angle. It's going to angle down. Just want to make sure you leave some up here. And then you're going to use another piece of this tear and tape, and you're just going to tape it down. Same on this one. Make sure these are straight. And then this one gets angled up. It will go up like that. Alright, and then the whole thing gets flipped over, all the way over, so now you have B on top. And again, make sure your card's nice and straight, and make sure these ribbons are still in between the ribbons on the side. And then again, this one's going to get taped down, like that. And this one's going to get taped up like that. Okay. And then I'm going to use a pair of ribbon snips. I put a ribbon on here so they know that this one is specifically for my ribbon. And I'm just going to trim my tails. If it needs it, if it doesn't, you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Put the lid back on that because that tells me it's my scissors for ribbon. Okay, so now you're going to check to make sure that the mechanism works. So when you open it up, it should look like this. These are in between where they need to be, right? See? And then you're going to flip it again. Okay, it works pretty good. So now you're going to put this piece, your other two bases, on top of these. So you're just going to glue them down. And I put it on both pieces. And then you're going to take this tape off of here. You're going to put some glue on that and the ribbon. Try not to get it to go outside of the card, but you want a good coating of glue because it's important that the two stick together really good. So the tricky part is make sure they line up really good. So I kind of do it like this, and that's why the liquid glue is good to use, because you can wiggle it around a bit. And then you have to make sure that right by the ribbon it's good and sealed. And then I'm going to go around the card. But right there on the ends of the ribbon, you want it to be nice and sealed. And then again on this side. And then you're going to do this side, same way. Remove the tape. You can see that my DSP paper that I used, it doesn't have a directional to it. I'm going to show you one that does when I'm done. When you do your directional paper, you know, if you're using trees or images, that you need to make sure your paper is going the right direction. Again, just make sure it's nice and even. And then make sure it's sealed really good around the ribbon, all the way around the edges. Give it a good crease. I got glue right there. I'll try to watch it. Okay, so move the paper out of the way. So this is just, I haven't decorated it yet. We will in a minute, but I wanted to show you what this really is it's for a gift card or money. And I'm going to sneak this little guy out of here so I can show it to you. So I'm going to put a little gift card in here. Now watch, it's going to have a cross on it the next time. So when you do it, you shut it like this, and then you open it from the other side, and now it's over here. You can put money in there, gift card. It's kind of a fun card fold. I thought it'd be good to show you this right before Thanksgiving and Christmas so that you can do this as a gift. Isn't that pretty sneaky? It's going to blow people's minds away. But all it is really it's how the ribbon moves in there, because this piece never really moves. It's just the ribbon that moves. It's crazy. Okay. So we're going to decorate this one. And I'm going to use the Christmas one. I'm going to use this bow right here, which is already on a block, and I'm going to use the bow. And then I'm going to use this little tiny piece right here out of the Quite Curvy one. This one has a die for it. Let me show you the dies really quick. Again, let's put the lid on that for now. All right. So this die here cuts out this piece right here. And then you have one die for each one of the birds. So that's pretty cool. And then you have this piece right here that's a die. And you have this little piece right here that is a die. It cuts it out. And then you have, I got sticky fingers. Then you have the sayings that are in this set that are kind of a curve to them, which are really nice because they coordinate with these little guys when you're cutting these out. They line up on these little curves. So this coordinates with this set. And again, the Christmas one is a limited time set. It's not going to be in the catalog. The new upcoming catalog that comes out January to June, I think. So this is the one we're going to play with because I'm going to use the bow out of here, and then, like I said, the other little piece. And I've already done that onto a block. So here's my bow. I'm using sayings too. I'm using the sayings that says Merry Christmas. It's out of the Christmas one. And then the pine bough. And I'm going to use a scrap piece of paper and a 2.25 inch punch. And I'm just going to punch first with a circle. And then the other thing you're going to do is you're going to use your Memento pad. You're going to stamp a bow. Okay. You're going to use your circle. And you're going to use a shaded spruce green pad. I'll put this aside for just a second. And I'm just going to use the bow. And I'm just going to go around this circle that I punched out, double stamping, give it color and dimension. Alright, and then I'm going to use the red one, Cherry Cobbler. Shut that one. And then I'm just going to put the saying in there. Merry Christmas. And that one. And we're going to shut that. And then we're going to use, oh, this little piece right here too is in shaded spruce. That's going to be on the scrap piece because you're going to die cut this one out. Doesn't really matter where you put it. Okay. So then we're going to color this one right here with your blends, Cherry Cobbler Light and Dark. Yep, light and dark. So I'm going to start with the dark, the bullet tip, and I always just kind of color wherever they have the stitching or the detail. Throw some dark color in there. And wherever else you think you might want to make it look like there's darkness on the ribbon. It's up to you how you want to color it. And then I'm going to go back and with the light Cherry Cobbler bullet tip, and I'm going to blend the colors together. Don't worry if you go outside of the lines on this because I fussy cut it. So that I love the alcohol blend markers because they are easy to use and they blend really good the colors together. There's no streaks on it. And you can always go back and add extra color wherever you want it to be. I'm just doing another layer. Okay. With the magic of on this one here, I actually just used a little tiny mint macaron marker because I wanted it to be just a hair lighter than the shaded spruce. So I just used mint macaron and I colored that like that. And then I die cut that one out as well as I did the bow. Magic of the camera. Voila. And then what I did was I put a little glue dot on the bow and then just attached the little piece right here, the little, what do you call that? Mistletoe. It's like a mistletoe on the end. And then I put dimensionals. I used the tiny dimensionals, the minis on that one. They kind of look like that. They're pretty tiny. How little they are so they can fit in the middle. And then I used 2 of the bigger dimensionals on the end of the bow. And I'm just going to put the bow right on the circle punch that we did. Peel the paper off of that. And then just attach your bow however you want to do it. And then I used the little red rhinestones that we have. And a pick a tool. And I just picked up the rhinestones with the pick a tool and I just put them randomly on here in a series of 3. Makes it look like little holly berries. They're little. That. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is, here's your card again. Figure out which one you want it to do it, and then I'm going to pop it up on the card. I'm just going to turn it over. Use the bigger dimensionals and put a few of them on here. Take those off. just mount it to the front of your card. And that's pretty much it for your magic wallet card. It will take you a few times of practice, but just make sure before you put the top layers on that this is working correctly. And then when you flip it again, it'll be on the other side. Now let me show you a couple other ideas. Oh, if you want to, you can decorate both sides because I already have one finished. So let's do this one too. Make them the same on both ends. That'll really make them all messed up because they won't know the front or the back of the card and they won't really figure out how it works. Like I said, you might have to watch the video a few times to figure this out again. But here you go. See? Now watch, this X is going to be over here this time. See? Whoops, it isn't. It's over here. So let's go this way. So the ribbon is what moves. Where is it? Okay, maybe it's the card that moves. Watch. Put the card in there. What moves, the ribbon or the card? What moves? Crazy. It will definitely make you play with the card. So here's one that I did with the directional paper, the trees. So you want your trees to be consistent. You don't want them to be upside down when you flip your card. So when you're putting the layers on, make sure when you're doing it that they all go the same direction. Just see? So here's this card. The trees. And I did this one with the little curvy pieces and the birds that I showed you earlier. Which one's moving, the card or the ribbon? Good question. Okay, so great Christmas projects, but here's one that I did with just the weighted goat. I think this is a fun set to do. So let's get that card back out. Again, it's on red instead of, I would have put it on purple if I was thinking. This is a different type of ribbon. It's a softer ribbon, but the technique is still the same. I just used an embossing folder here and did a little bit of sponging and colored the goat with blends. I also used the extra thick white paper. It seems to take the blends better. But again, which one moves, the ribbon or the card? I really had fun making these. Another one I did, I thought, okay, so does it work with a regular size card, like a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2? So I created this one and I used the Cherish, the season, with the really big bells. It has a die that coordinates with it too, which I really liked. This piece here does these little pieces that are on here, that are on the bell. And it actually embosses images on the bell, you can see. I also used silver paper on this one. And the silver and white ribbon. And the little red rhinestones again. But this here paper is our green foil sheet paper. It's really pretty. But you can see the embossing on here. So, oh, and this one here, you can put, this is just a gift card. It'll hold a Stampin' Up gift card. If you want to give somebody a gift for Christmas, give them a Stampin' Up gift. They'll love it. And then on this side, what I did was I took and I used our note cards and envelopes. And I thought this would be kind of cool. So I just sealed the envelope and then I cut it. See, it's sealed. Right up here is the seal line. And I just cut the other end. And I put our note card in it. And I decorated it. And I put a little note in here. But you can also put a gift card inside of here. Just a quick, simple little card. And I just put that in there like that. No, I have to turn it over to get it in there right. Seems to want to catch up on there. But then I just decorated it again. It was the same as the front. I used to use the same color inks. The shade is Spruce and the Cherry Cobbler. But then here's the gift card. So what happens when you have 2 of them in there? Let's see. Is that not crazy? They both work, so you can put more than one item in there. And this is the paper I used. It's in that. This paper pack is not the one I showed you earlier. This one is using this pack right here, which is called 'Tis the Season 6x6. So you can, and this will fit in a regular envelope. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So let me show you the catalogs real quick. Let's turn this over because it's sticky. This is a catalog that we're working out of right now that has the Bell one in it, the Cherish, the Seasons in it. And this one's going to end at the end of December. This one does. If you haven't gotten this one, you have just about a little over a month left to order out of this one. And then we have a new one coming out in January. This one here, which I can't show you the inside. I can only show you what I actually have on hand. But it runs from January to June. This is our new mini. And it's going to coordinate with Celebration. But Celebration is going to be from January 5th till February 28th. So it's going to only be for those 2 months this year. So if you don't have these and you're interested in these 2 catalogs right here, just give me a quick message and I'll be happy to send these to you in a mail. Thank you for watching.